Hi everyone, I'm Lise from Experiential Mindfulness Melbourne. I help people manage and reduce stress so they have more joy, calm and peace in their lives. So today I'm going to talk to you about how mindfulness can help you gain more self-confidence. So self-confidence, it's about trusting yourself and your abilities. And it's very much connected to self-esteem. Because if you got low self-esteem, then you don't like yourself very much. You don't appreciate yourself. You don't have a sense of self-worth. And as a result, you don't trust your abilities. So that was the case for me because I grew up in an environment that was very negative and not very supportive. There was a lot of criticisms and put downs. So I grew up with very low sense of self-esteem, no sense of self-worth, and as a result I doubted my abilities, a lot of insecurities in all areas of my life. And as a result, it took quite a long time to do things. For example, in terms of getting a job, it would took quite a few job interviews because I really lacked confidence, not only in my abilities to get a job interview, but then, actually do the job. So it can be very debilitating when you have a lot of insecurities, and you can also sabotage yourself as a result, which happened to me as well, when you don't believe you can do something. And you keep telling yourself, no, I can't do it, always worrying about not being able to be able to do something. So I was an academic and I had to speak in public, and for me that was really always very terrifying. And though I did do it, but I needed to have everything written down, so I was reading basically a paper in front of an audience. I did that for quite a while, which wasn't obviously the same impact. But that's something that I had to do. And for me, over the years, mindfulness has really made a big difference. It's helped me gain a lot more self-confidence. Now, it doesn't mean that I never have some, self-doubts or insecurity, especially when I do something new, a new venture, something that takes me out of my comfort zone. That still happens, but now I'm able to deal with it differently, in a much better way that don't affect me as they did before, because I have the skills and the tools to be able to do that. So I just wanted to share with you as well a story about telling yourself that you can't do something, and then if you suddenly ask yourself why not, that can really change everything. I always dreamt about singing, so I always loved singing, and I always dreamt of performing, but I really lacked confidence. In fact, I just didn't think that it would never be anything but a dream, because the idea was just so terrifying of singing in public in front of people. And about 7-8 years ago, as I was getting more confidence in myself and liking myself more, I just started to ask myself, well, why not? Why can't I try to sing in public? Okay, it's scary. I mean, I sang in choirs for a long time, but choirs, it was safe. Because your voice got lost among others, even though I felt very frustrated about that, because I did want to be at the front, but I just didn't feel I could do it. And so, about 8 years ago, I started to say, well, why not actually? And because I saw myself, why not? Suddenly I opened the door, and I let in new opportunities come in, and actually got the opportunity to do a singing workshop, which I would have never done before. But because I decided, maybe I can do it, and then I did that. And I also included voice coaching as well. And it made me realize that I did have a bigger voice than I thought, and that was quite life-changing for me. And at the same time, I decided to learn the piano too. Again, something I always wanted to do, but I always felt piano, I was never that good at music. I'm probably not very good at it. Now it's too late. All the things that we tell ourselves while we can't do something. And again, I said, why not? And I did it. And I just realized I was so passionate about both that, I kept going. I never thought I could write songs. And then I did the course and I started to realize that actually, I could write songs. So it's just, just from telling ourselves that we can't do something, it just prevents us from doing anything, from even, getting opportunities. But when we actually say, yeah, I can do it, why not? Then things can really start to happen as long as we let them. So, how mindfulness can therefore help you gain more self-confidence. So, first of all, it's about letting the thoughts go. So, any negative self-judgments or these limiting beliefs that we have about what we can't do because something we got from our parents or our neighbors, teachers, whatever, that we've internalized, that these beliefs that don't serve us at all, in fact limit our lives in different ways. So it's about letting those thoughts go. Just for example, so there's different techniques, but just focusing on the breath, connecting with the breath, just watching the movement of the breath, and when thoughts come in, just noting what kind of thoughts, but bring yourself back so you can name the thoughts. Oh, there's a judgment about that, and just bring yourself back gently without judgment to watching the breath. Even if you do that with just 1 minute, start with that. You can do it 3 times a day, and then it just gets easier the more you practice that. And I've actually got on my website, Experiential Mindfulness Melbourne, I actually have a video where I tell you more about this breathing exercise, so you can check it out there. So in that process, by letting the thoughts go, you then become much more aware of those limiting thoughts and beliefs. It all starts with awareness. And also ask yourself, okay, well, why can't I do this? Is it really something I can't do, or just that I'm telling myself I can't do it? Is it actually something that I would really like to do? Maybe I could. And then you can then also accept your limitations. Maybe something you want to do, but maybe you need to do something first. You need to maybe take a course. You might be able to see more clearly the steps that you need to take in order to be able to do something. Once you've actually decided that, I'm open to it, why can't I do it? I don't know whether, at the end of the day, whether I can or not. It's just a belief that doesn't necessarily serve me. And also connect, because you learn to connect with how you feel in the body by living more in the present moment, not just connecting with the breath, but by bringing all our senses to daily activities that we do, like eating or just washing our hands or walking. By grounding ourselves in the present, in our body, we also get to know ourselves better and to trust ourselves more. That's something that for me has definitely been a big difference. I had no idea who I was. I always felt that I was making the wrong decision. That whereas now I felt that I had no control pretty much over anything in my life. Whereas now I feel much more connected with myself, in tune with myself. And that obviously helps me be more confident. So I hope that's been helpful, and feel free to PM me if you've got any questions and if what I said resonated with you, just to say hi. So That's it for me, and I'll see you next week. Bye.